welcome back to Place Up Projects. Today we're going to go ahead and change the oil in the filter on the 2003 Nissan Sentra. And as you can see, I've jacked up the vehicle here. And I want to kind of show you what that looks like. So you can kind of see the stand there. There's a point that sticks down here. That's the it's basically a mount that we use here. We jack it up, and then obviously we use the stands over here on these points on the sides of the vehicle, the kind of the pinch points of the vehicle, and you can see it right here, pinch point there. So use that just in case that jack doesn't hold up. Then at least these things will catch the car. So those are all set, so we're protected underneath the car. And then we'll go ahead and open up the oil cap here, so that it can get air as it drains out the oil. So we got that. Let's go and get started. We'll get underneath and we'll get that pan opened up. All right, underneath the vehicle, to come and show you what this looks like. So we got a pan here. Got an old filter from a different job that we just did. But anyway, here's our pan, and you see the nut right there. So let me double check. I think it is a 14 millimeter. I'll check that here. It is a 14 millimeter. So we will, since we open up the top, we'll go ahead and basically open this up and let it drain into the pan. And then obviously we check, make sure that the pan's got the hole available so it doesn't just flow over. And we'll get started. Okay, now that we used that wrench, we got it moving. It's pretty easy to finger loose this. And just kind of do that. You can see the crush washer on there, which is what we want. So as I open this up, it'll start to drip. There it goes. It's always handy, you can see it draining there. It's always handy to have a paper towel there available when you need it. So let that drain, and then we will replace that and pull the filter. Okay, so going to pull the filter. The filter is this circular thing right down there. I'm pointing at it right now. That thing there. So we have to turn, and like everything else is righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. So I'll show you how we get there. It's on the back side of the motor. So I like to double check, make sure my pan is below that, and then if it is, then I'll go ahead and unscrew that. But anyway, it's kind of hard to reach down there and show you this at the same time. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so I'm gonna do that by hand here, and I'll show you what it looks like. All right, once we pulled it out, that's what it looks like. So you'll hear it drip as you begin to unscrew it, and then you just kind of pull it out. And then I'll put it in under here with the other filter. There it is. Let that drain before we take it back. All right, so we got our new filter, and we got the oil. So this is what it looks like. So it's much clearer, obviously, than the last one. Very similar, though. It's almost identical. And I think they take there's different kinds, but inside the store you'll actually find they'll have a book that'll help you to see which ones work for your particular model. But I always go through here, get some fresh oil. There it is. And I'll just go ahead and just kind of lubricate this this gasket here. So we don't want to put it on dry. There we go. Once we got that, we'll do the reverse what we just did. We'll go ahead and screw this back on in the same place. I find it's important when I hand screws on just to be sensitive so that I don't cross the threads. As long as you're gentle with it, it's pretty easy not to cross the threads. You just basically screw it on. If it feels like it goes on easy, then you know you're doing it right. If it's not, then you're not. So anyway, we're going to put that on and then get ready to replace the drain bolt. Alright, so we got our washer, our crush washer. We cleaned off the drain plug, and then we're going to put it back up here, and I'll let it sit a little bit longer because it's still dripping, and it's still dripping a little bit, but we'll clean that off here. Okay, and then we'll just hand tighten this back on. That's going right. If it's going easy, so that's a good sign. We got a crush washer there. We'll reset our ratchet. Okay. Now there are specifications in the book on how many foot-pounds or inch-pounds you're supposed to put this to. I just do it till it's tight. Not too tight though. Don't want to use too much muscle, otherwise I know it's too tight. So just definitely snug, but not crazy. So anyway, that's it. So now that that's back on, we'll pull this out and then we'll put the oil back in. Alright, so we're gonna pour the oil in. You can see where the mark is right here. So you can see it's just at about, well, this is at an angle, but it's about 5 quarts right up here. So if we flatten it out, then it goes there to closer to 5 quarts. So we're going to put in about 3.5 quarts in this. Actually about 3 quarts, 3.5 quarts, and then we'll check basically the dipstick, see how much we may need left. So that's about all we need in this particular one, is about 3 quarts. So I've got this, we'll just pour this in. And usually I do this with 2 hands just in case it doesn't fall over, but it's holding okay. Alright, let's go and check it and see where we are. So we're at about, so that's 3 quarts there. So we need another, so actually we're at about 2 quarts. And this is getting closer to 3 quarts. Now we'll check it again. Okay, there we are. So we're down about, looks like, yeah, 2. So it's been about 3 quarts that we put in there. So we'll check the dipstick, see what that looks like. Looks right. So see where the mark is. So we want to see them. Okay. Swipe that just to double check it. Okay, so we'll try it again, make sure that's right. Okay, let's check again here. Yeah, so we're looking for a solid line there. That's pretty close. So it's right up there by the H. Check the back, make sure it looks right. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so just want to double check that. Looks like that should be fine at about 3 quarts. We'll check it next few days and make sure that's alright, but otherwise it should be good. Put the filler cap back on, pull it off the jacks, and get it going. Thanks for watching.